All right, for the newer people, no trading for the first 6 minutes.
Yep. Here we go. 40 seconds to the open. Oh. Shit.
A really good reason to try to get that trade before the open. They mute again. So again, part of our rules, guys, if you're in a trade prior to the open, which you could have been, we tried to get you guys in one. You manage that trade appropriately, and now you've got some profits, right? Well, on the YM, you're flat. You'll be flat on the ES here in a second. But you manage that into profits. They let the YM rally up a little bit. I did hear both coaches say it, Coach Paul and Coach Wilbur, Boss Hog. Heard both say it. Nice, Jerry. Done for the day. Love to hear that. Now you got your rally up. Most of the newer people got to wait the 6 minutes or at least until the market calms down a little bit. Everybody else, you're starting to get another little sell signal. More advanced traders only should be trading through the open. Everybody else sitting on the sidelines. Coach Hugo is definitely one of the more advanced traders. Good job, Coach Hugo. Nice trade. Gary, great job. Done for the day.
Are we going to have anybody left?
Good morning. No, everybody's going to be done for the day. I'll be okay with that. Maybe you're getting a bigger M on the YM now. Coming toward first touch roll on the ES. But again, guys, most everybody should just be waiting for the market to calm down. Only more advanced people can be looking for a trade, if you will, long or short. I don't care what it is. Only more advanced people should be doing it. Meaning, what do I mean by advanced? I mean that you're consistently profitable on most every single day. If that's not you, you stay on the sidelines right now. Stay on the sidelines for a little while longer. Those that are consistently profitable on a regular basis can look at these sell signals. I think we thought we might see a little bit of a rally on the open, getting a little bit more of a rally on the YM than we are on the ES, but nonetheless a rally. So the YM's taking you right back up to the chop zone you were in before. It wouldn't be too far-fetched to see the ES follow suit and move back up a little bit. So those who are more advanced could take a chance on a couple scaps long side, on the long side, but keep them tight. If you're doing it, keep them tight. Jerry finished out the day with some nice short trades. Great job, Jerry. Good job. Love it. You guys getting it down. Get close to that zone on the ES, so you might look at a sell signal there. I would do it with an M if you're going to do it again. More advanced people only. Those of you who are scalping on the long side, you might be starting to get a little M here on the YM as well. So most people should still be patient, just waiting. Only 3 minutes. Really? Only 3 minutes in?
Only 3.
I'll take it.
Again, more advanced people are only people trading right now. And again, those on the YM that are advanced can keep scalping on the long side until it creates a little M. Or gets a sell signal from that zone. But again, most people need to wait the 6 minutes, let it calm down a little bit. Just trying to make sure the market wants to give us some good direction here. Letting the big boys and girls flush their orders out. Letting all the newbies chase. Letting all the newbies chase the market. Again, bigger traders can be scalping on the long side in the near term. More advanced traders can do that. Everybody else, just be patient. You'll have your chance. Lots of opportunities. Had 2 pre-market really good pre-market sell signals, both on the YM ES. You might be getting that M in the YM now, guys. I'm starting to see the signal from the zone on the ES. Zones work. The zones work. Can you guys
They
believe
work.
that? Can you guys believe the zones work? That is amazing. Never thought that would be the case.
It's all smoke and mirrors.
So it's all smoke and mirrors.
And you are now free to trade around the world when your setup comes around.
Bing. Targets off on the YM short. Targets off on the ES short.
Yes.
Those that did it. Stops to a no lose. Everybody else just being a little patient. What if you have to wait until 9:45 for a good setup? Is that too long to wait?
Yeah.
Is it?
Just too long.
And we've already got like 12 people done for the day.
Yes, sir.
So if you're not one of those people, you might want to wait a little bit longer. Obviously, on that short trade, you should have had your targets off and managed it into whatever profits you want to manage it into. And now you're just relaxing. You should be flat on that and relaxing, waiting for a decent sign of direction. Don't get caught in the chop, guys. I'd be getting a little bit of you're around the pivot on the YMs, chopping around the pivot. So newer traders, beware of that. If you get a little M below that, you could probably take that as a sell signal with overbought stochastics. The ES doesn't want to break this prior little swing that pushed up to. You get a decent sell signal. You might want to take a shot at that as well in the ES. Or sit on your hands and let it give you a little bit more direction. There's nothing wrong with being patient. Nothing wrong at all with just relaxing and saying, you know what? If I miss a trade, I'll set a 27-minute timer. Come back in 27 minutes, look for another one. A lot of chop here in the YM. Yes, starting to chop around itself a little bit in this area. I mean, you look at the number of it's weird. Number of candles. Well, we have the pivots over here, so that doesn't matter. Weird, isn't it?
I thought you fixed that.
That is weird. I wonder what does that.
I don't know. But there you go.
ES in this little consolidation range here. Didn't want to do a whole lot.
Well, if you had to wait till 9:45 to get a good trade, guys, would that be the worst thing in the world?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Then we're in trouble. Then we're in trouble. Yes, is giving a little bit of a sell signal from that zone, so that's what I said to wait for. If you guys want to take a look at that, YM still chopping around a little bit. So, really still just being patient. If you don't, again, guys, on these trades, if you're not in and prepared to get those targets off quick on the short side, don't get in the trade late. You should have targets off on the ES short, guys. About to give the YMM sell signal here in a second. Maybe not. Yeah, it's a little choppy. I think you guys sit on the sidelines for a little bit.
Yeah, it's just
Yeah, this is.
too choppy.
I'm just spectating right now.
Spectators.
Spectators.
A little swing up now. Maybe a little M trade from that zone on the ES. Maybe a little M trade on the YM now. You got to wait until what, 9:41 and 30 seconds to get a decent little sell signal, guys. That was hard to wait for, wasn't it?
It really was.
I like this a little better, guys. Chops around. Get what would be like a sell signal. If you were a sniper at it, you could guide in it. A little bit of push up. If you were in last Tuesday's class, you would have been able to say, "Oh, I recognize this." And you had yourself stop in. We did point it out as well, or I did point it out. I don't know if anybody did it. Same thing on the YM. Chop around. A little push up. Break the prior highs. Get a little M to form. There's a much more valid sell signal than we had through the chop. And you didn't have to wait till 9:45. You had to wait till 9:42. Was not complicated. So who was ready for that and who put their self stops in and took a little piece of it? Who's still just waiting around for their setup?
I'm waiting around for another little setup.
Me too.
Good job, Jerry. Jerry, think about being done for the day, close to it at least. YM. All right. Good job, Jerry. Make sure you locked in profits and bring your stop down to a no lose. Jerry, and Jerry. Yeah, stop, Jerry. Stop, please stop. Just stop. You're done. After you get out of this one, you're done. You talk through it out loud. I like it. Think about it, guys. When you look at it, both YMES, similar chart patterns. Neither of them could really push up past the zone that they were trying to get through. Had consolidation, a little fake out on the top side, and then nice little M trade. Both YMES. ES, bring your stops down to like 73. And you've got a nice little trade on your hands. See how that works, guys? All right, wait until you guys have to all speak things out loud when we're together in Fort Lauderdale.
Talk them through.
They're all going to have to do it
That's
every
it.
time.
Coaches
Gotta hear
will
your
be
voice.
looking over your shoulder.
Oh, you're definitely going to have to, Lulu. Definitely going to have to. All right, you guys are flat on that probably. Definitely on the YM, you're flat. Patience, nice little clean setup. If you didn't take it, wait for the next one. Be patient. Now the YM starting to break highs, staying above that 5-period moving average. If the ES does the same thing, we're going to confirm that this is probably going to act like what, guys? It doesn't. So you got to have that if-then scenario in your head. You got another overbought stochastics, but I wouldn't jump in on anything at this point. Back into a zone on the YM. So if you really want to be on the short side of things, I think you need to be patient. But if you really want to be on the short side of things, just have a sell stop in and keep moving that up with the price action. Just as if you were long.
And if you took the 9 range signal, you should already have one off. Move your stops down to a break even or wherever, as long as you're in profit.
Same for the YM, guys. Same for the YM. You had virtually the exact same signal form at the exact same time. Both YM and ES. If you did what I asked you to do and had your sell stops in, trailing it up, you got your targets off pretty darn easy. And the question is, who did that?
With a very low percentage of risk.
That's it. 7, no swing, no trade. That's it, guys. Good job, T-Light. Green Jeans, good job. That was a pretty darn low risk. Go with Boss Hog there. Pretty darn low risk trade. We have zones for a reason. Came right to the YM zone. If you put your sell stop in, you have plenty of time to take profit targets and move your stop down to a no lose or be flat on the YM. And you bring your stop down on the ES to lock in the number of ticks you want locked in. Probably something like 73, 75 at least.
That's exactly where I got mine. 73, 75.
The YM keeps trying to take the stops out, so probably want to be a little bit looser. Just guarantee some profits on the YM. Take a contract off or something like that. And then once it makes a new low, pull your stop down a little bit more. Doesn't? You had a winning trade. No swing, no trade. Here's our little no swing, no trade acronym.
No swing, no trade.
My favorite acronym of all. Done for the day.
Sounds like a government agency. NSNT.
Yeah, we have all our. What are some of the other acronyms? We have SOH is a great one I like.
SOH, yes, sir.
SOH. Sit on your hands or go dogs. I like it one today.
Go Dogs.
Go dogs. Poor Brock Bowers. Man. We'll be back in just in time for the big games there.
Yeah.
Who are they playing this week?
Nobody.
Nobody. They had a week off.
Yeah. All right. Stops down a little bit more, guys. I'll get a couple more ticks. If you're still in it. If not, good trade. First touch rule on the YM counter trend, so you might want to squeeze your stops a little bit on the YM.
Same with the ES.
Oh no, Lulu, FSU is not one of our acronyms. On trade rate. So. Yeah. Wang trade, FSU. Now you stay on the side, ladies and gentlemen.
And if you got stopped out a minute ago, you could have
you
got
haven't
right
gotten
back in.
Yeah.
Target off, stop up to break even, or where you feel comfortable.
If this stays below the morning lows, guys, treat this like a Crable. So if it stays below the morning lows, probably won't look at being on the short side of things, guys. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, women and children of all ages. If the ES does that, the YM should come back down as well. So you should you could easily just have a sell stop on this consolidation area for the YM. Treat that like an M below the 89. ES stops down. Anybody still in the short side on the ES?
Absolutely.
Yeah, the YM should follow. So you could just have your sell stop in if it does. All right. Anybody still in a short side on the ES? I know I've got a few people who actually stayed short from that YM short and just added on the rally. So I've got two people that have a few contracts short on the YM with a stop in. A few people that have a sell stop just waiting on the YM. And you guys should have, at least if you treated that like a Crable on the ES, at least have your targets off. So there's a chance for most people to be short. And put a little scratch in your pocket. Down to 70.25. Is that about where you're at, 70.25?
Yes, sir. Well, actually 70.50.
70.50. There you go, guys. Targets off on the sell stop with the YM. stop to no lose. There you go. See how that worked, guys?
Another target off on the ES. Stop still at 70.50.
Is this complicated? You guys following along with this? This is pretty straightforward stuff, right?
Yeah.
Pretty. I would think it is. Let me know. Come on, guys. If you're not able to follow what we're talking through right now, we really need to know because this is pretty straightforward, not complicated from a trading standpoint. As long as you're following instructions, staying away from the chop, and you're listening through those instructions. Okay. Are you looking at the ES or YM, John? Yes. All right. Which entry did you want to pick? Did you want to pick the sell stop, the bear flag, or the non-tick rule? Which entry did you want to talk about? That was easy. You literally just had global still on that one. Let's put global on this one. Global. Yeah, this little rally up here. See that on the range chart, John? Then you had the non-tick rule entry right there. And you had an M form right here, a little M. So you had the second leg on that. You could probably bid in a little bit earlier than a non-tick rule inside the HMA if you know our rules on that. Then you had, oops, I meant the wrong one. Sorry about that, John. Let's redo that again. Second time. Sorry. Non-tick rule entry. Forgive me, John. Why didn't you guys say something? Tell me on the wrong one or something? Let's try that one more time. Zone. See the zone on the range chart. We have the zones for a reason. By the way, look at the zone working, guys. Tell me the zones don't work. 1, 2, 3, 4. You actually had a decent little, let's see, where was it? Somewhere in this area. Even from back here at the, in the morning at 8:30. So the zones are working. Anyway, long story short, let's get to this trade here. Let's do it on the tick chart. So you had a wick up into the zone. You had overbought stochastics. And then you had the non-tick rule right there on the sell side. You guys are just staying on the short side for now, right? Everybody staying short? Everybody's staying short, right? You're listening to the words coming out of my mouth?
Yes, sir.
Told you. Guys, if it breaks the lows, the YM's going to follow. And the ES, you want to stay short on. Okay. Please, I want you guys making money today. Okay, so here's a 9-tick rule, right? So you had the 9-tick rule here, John. And then you were able to get targets off through this area here and move your stop to a no lose. So that would have been somewhere like right here. And then you also had the sell stop below the low, which was right at this swing you could have played, which we said treat like a Crable trade. You also had a little rally back up to the first touch rule. What was the other one that we had? So you had the sell stop like the Crable, rally back up toward the first touch rule, non-technical. So you had about 3 different opportunities to be in this trade. Sell stop here, below the prior swing low, first touch rule, non-tick rule. Make sense, John? So better traders got in somewhere around this area. People wanted to confirm that wanted to sell off, put the sell stop in. And then people who missed the trade altogether just waited for the rally, took the first touch rule to get short there. I would imagine that all of you guys that are short did something along those lines. One of those 3, right, guys? Those of you that got short on that?
Yes, sir.
All right. Got it, John? YM stop. Thank you, T Light, for asking. At least above this wick here, or you might want to be flat. Looks like it's hitting some support, but at least at 58.
Same thing with the ES.
58. Same on the ES, probably, guys, too,
Yep.
right?
Flat.
You're either flat or looking at having a staunch stop in place. Staunch. The good news is if you get flat, you get another opportunity here in a minute. Like first touch rule starting to form on the ES. There you go. Hey, Lupe.
Thinking ever if the ES could break 65.50, it should go on down. It's having a hard time breaking it though.
Target's off. You did the first touch rule on the ES. YM, you should try to still be in. Maybe now you're flat probably. And you're looking for the same thing. So if you tried that, you had a chance to get your targets off. If you didn't, fine. So look at the same type of trade as before, guys. Looks like the S1 area wants to hold for a minute on the ES. And YM followed through there. A little sell signal starting to form, but I would be patient at this point, guys. Everybody should have plenty of green. If you want to take the sell signal, you know what I'm going to say. Get your targets off quick. Yes. No swing, no trade, right? Let's swing up a little bit. Test this area back here. Get a decent little sell signal from there. Then you can take it. All right. Does that make sense, guys? Does that make sense? Let's swing back up. Test this little area. You get a decent sell signal. Then you want to take it. YM. If you get this little M to form, you probably want to take that short on the YM. Target's off on the YM. Came right back up to the prior swing on the ES there. Again, keep in mind, guys, you guys know this, newer members, we don't want you taking every single trade we talk through. You must please, unless you've been trading for years and years and you're like, yep, I see what you're doing. I got it. I know exactly what you mean when you say X, Y, Z. I'm in and I know how to manage my targets. Unless you're that kind of trader, I would highly suggest as a newer member having a quick call with Coach Paul so we can get you going in the right direction.
Yep. Better call Paul.
Better call Paul.
Okay.
Obviously, you took targets off if you did YMM and stops to no lose, whatever that is for you. And yes, still chopping around, so stay away from that for a minute. Little double bottom being put in on the YM here for the short term. And still wanting to stay above for the YM, wanting to stay above the 5-period moving average, getting off a wiki as well in the 15-minute chart. So if you are taking a sell signal, it's probably going to be okay if you're a little late on it at this point. If you really want to be in the short side of things, it sounds like the chop. What do you guys think? A little choppy.
It's choppy.
It is choppy.
A little choppy. I think it's choppy coffee refresh time.
It's actually been choppy since just about almost 10 o'clock. About 8 minutes till. We had one little
Hello.
run
What
up.
time was the low put in?
Hey.
You had no little first touch rule on the YM. If that breaks that low there on the YM, the ES should follow on the short side. If the YM low gets broken here, guys, the ES should follow. So you probably want to be in that with sell stop if it does happen. again, it's just that's look at it, guys. Comes back, tests a prior area, get a little 6-9 tick rule cell signal on the ES, or you say, you know what, I'm just gonna be patient. I'm gonna put a cell stop in. That way, if it really wants to run down, then I'll have a little bit of extra confirmation. There's no, I mean, and you guys got to think about it. I mean, what's our sole job here is to follow the big boys and girls, not try to front run the big boys and girls. That's silly. Don't front run the big boys and girls. Follow them. Let them give you some direction first. And like I always say, if you want to do and this again, this did come from a prior swing, like a 9 tick rule on something like that. You take your targets off quick. Guarantee that you've got some profits locked in, and leave one to run. And you can do that over and over and over and over again. And then one of them will do like it did this morning and take off. They call ball. Okay, I'm gonna do a quick coffee refresh while it's chopping around. I think Boss Hog and Paul will should be able to make sure you guys.
Yeah.
You should still be short probably on the YM. ES, you're just being patient now. Should follow through. At least have your stop in on the YM, targets off, and maybe just let it rally for a little bit. Definitely time for a quick coffee refresh. Let it rally. If it breaks the swing, look for the next zone, guys. We're on the YM, prior swing, one or the other. Next zone on the ES, YM, prior swing. A 2-3 reversal trade that actually worked out early in the day. Now you got Crable possibly on the upside. So you guys possibly look at the Crable on the upside. You guys that are more aggressive can take the Crable trade.
Yeah, I had to take a phone call. I couldn't call it, but I got in it.
On the long side, the 1-2 reversal.
Yes, sir.
Yeah. A reversal trade on the ES. YM guys, just wait for it to get back up to the zone. I'll be right back.
Welcome to Liberty Trading Club, everyone. Paulina here. Hopefully you've enjoyed our live stream this morning. If you're interested in joining us live in the trade room for our live trade calls, visit libertytradingclub.com. Once you register for your 3-day trial, you'll have access to our live trade calls in the trade room, participation in chat to have your questions answered by a coach, as well as access to our training modules, indicators, and live member meetups. Visit libertytradingclub.com. After your first 3 days, it's just $149 a month for trade room access. Please like, subscribe, and share.